And what about your boy Siwoo?
He has been a disaster at this course in his career. That probably doesn't matter for Siwoo. It's just kind of crazy. It's funny that he'll be in this weaker field 110-1, but we'll get to next week and he'll be 60-1 at the Players.
And like just pure talent. Like what's up with Robert McIntyre, 150-1?
He's getting this happens sometime to the young Euros that it takes them a while to get acclimated over to. Like I would say, if you just go look at who plays well over in Europe, like Victor Perez is a really good player,
and
he's 150-1.
Yeah,
like those would be the long shots that I think I would want to take from this tournament. Would be the high-ranking European tour.
So Matthew Wallace,
I think Matthew Wallace is in play.
Where is it?
175.
Oh wow!
And we know he can win.
He's an easy bet.
He's super inconsistent, but he has sort of like the same winning resume as kind of like Hatton did before Hatton got really good.
Well, there's a lot of similarities there too. He'll yell at himself plenty. And he'll chew out a caddy too.
So the few guys that I'm looking at from after last week, just I thought they played well from that middle tier and couldn't chip or putt, which is, whatever. But the ball striking was there. Lonto played pretty well. Munoz played pretty well.
Your boy.
My boy. And he's back down to like being a scrub. So he's way down the list.
Oh my God.
You mentioned Noren. Lowry's back down there. My man, Luke List. I always like him on these Florida courses. Get him back on Bermuda. He's not an abject failure when it comes to the putter. But the guy I'm actually waiting to bet, because on my book, he's 140-1. So I'm waiting for all 8 of those places to come through.
Stenson.
Norlander.
Get him back. Flavor of a month. Yeah,
but he's now out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, but I'm betting Canada's Norlander, Corey Connors.
Yeah, but at least Norlander can putt sometimes.
Sure, Norlander,
and you're getting way bigger numbers on Norlander than you will be on Connors. Past 24 rounds, 11th off the tee, 4th in approach, 13th in par 4 scoring. Don't like him on some of the, if he has to get it up and down, he's probably cooked, but I don't know. I just look at some of these finishes, especially at Farmers. The Farmers result really impressed me. 2nd place at the Farmers, and he lost strokes putting on Torrey Pines South. Like, he was really striking it well. So the longer course doesn't really worry me for him. And you look at his baseline stats, he's a negative putter on POA. He's a negative putter on Bent. You get him on Bermuda, he can make some putts. And I'm seeing him at 140-1. I will take that with the top 8 each way.
Well said. And a lot of feisty Europeans. Does Lee Westwood hit his irons far enough to be a factor?
I think Lee could make the cut. And if the weekend plays crazy with a bunch of wind, then yes, Lee is probably live. But if conditions aren't like super nuts like they were last year, it's hard for me to see him winning at a course like this in America at this point. Because although this isn't the strongest of fields, it's still a really good field. This isn't Pebble Beach.
It's actually a pretty good field. It's not the Byron Nelson field.
It's not Pebble Beach from a few weeks ago.
They haven't disrespected Arnold yet like they did to Mr. Nelson.